Hello guys, welcome to another of the 31 Days of Halloween series. Today's video is a crystal skull interpretation. So I'm starting off with my lightest foundation. I'm using a paddle brush, that way I get the most coverage because I want to flatten out all of my features. Then I'm taking a translucent powder and packing that all over my face to set down that coverage. Next I'm going in with a blue water-based face paint. This is a light blue color, but I'll also be interchanging that with a dark blue color. I'm putting this on the planes of my face that are all on the same level. Not quite the deepest parts of my face, but not quite the highest points either. I'm also starting to map out where my teeth will go. Then I'm adding a little bit more water and taking that same light blue and blending that into the highest points of my face. Then with less water, I'm going in to blend the lightest parts into the slightly deeper parts. I'm also using that slightly more saturated blue color to outline the gum or the root area of each tooth. I'm doing that along the bottom jaw as well. And I'm also filling in between my lips, that way it creates a natural shadow. Then with that same blue tone, I'm going in to deepen up those contour areas, and also taking that under my chin. Then with a mixture of a little bit of black water-based paint and that blue color, I'm using that as the shadows of my face. Since they're water-based, they blend really well together, and it gives that slightly glass look to the face. Then I'm taking a bit of black just on its own and I'm starting to really define each of those teeth. You could use a black eyeliner for this, but I wanted to have the ability to either darken or lighten that black color as I went. I'm also mapping out the inner parts of the eye for the skull. Normally you would only darken the parts of your actual eye socket, but I didn't block out my brows before this, so I used my brow as part of the eye socket too. I'm also darkening my nose. And then matching the other eye. I'm using whatever's left of that black to deepen up the areas of my face that sink in a little bit more. And then I'm returning with my blue brush and adding more of that mid-tone blue. I'm also using that to go over each of those black lines. That way they blend a little more like a shadow and less like a stark black line. Then I'm redoing the base of my jawline to darken that, and leaving a very small area for where I'm going to be highlighting. Then with a mixture of white and that really light blue, I'm going over all the highlight areas. This also helps to clean up a bit of the darkness. And I'm also using that to redefine those teeth shape. Then with a very small brush, I'm taking a bit of that black and re-separating the teeth. Then I'm taking just the white face paint and redefining all of those highlight areas. I'm also highlighting the very edge of the eye socket. That way it looks as if everything after that is just a missing part of the skull. Then I'm going in and blocking out each of the teeth, using the most white pigment on the base of the tooth, and then dragging whatever is left on my brush towards the root. Then I'm going back in with just the black, and I'm redefining all of those shaded areas. Then I'm blocking out my ears. I'm not worried about keeping this too opaque, I just want to get rid of that skin tone around there. I'm also doing this with the very edge of my hairline. Then with the black eyeshadow, I'm mattifying each of those areas, and this also helps to make them as dark as possible. I'm also using that to further shade in the root of the teeth and connect it with the indentations of the jaw. You could leave it like this. All I did was wipe off whatever had fallen from that black shadow. Or you can continue on and make it a crystalline skull. And to do that, I'm using highlight and putting that all over the highest blue points of the face. You want to use a highlight that has more of a sheen texture to it than a glitter finish. Unfortunately, it doesn't pick up on camera just how much of an effect this gave, but I actually really liked how it looked in person. Then, like I said, with a black eyeliner, I'm further defining each of the teeth. Then you can just redefine those black areas, and that's the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you're enjoying the rest of the series. Let me know down below what you're being for Halloween and what videos you're hoping show up in the rest of this series. Bye!